men who take drugs for erectile dysfunction may actually be inadvertently reducing their odds of developing Alzheimer's disease, according to a new study. Researchers found men who took drugs to combat the issue were 18% less likely to develop Alzheimer's compared to those who did not take them. Talking about the disease, Alzheimer's Research UK said the possibility of repurposing drugs already used for other health conditions could help accelerate progress and open up new avenues to prevent or treat dementia-causing diseases. Looking into the latest statistics, the charity said the findings were encouraging, however called for larger studies to back up the results and examine the impact such drugs could have on other groups including women and men without erectile dysfunction. Published in the journal Neurology, experts from University College London, UCL, examined the medical records of 269,725 UK men aged 40 and above. Across the study, the average age of the men was 59, each of which had been diagnosed with erectile dysfunction between 2000 and 2017. Men with a previous diagnosis of dementia or cognitive impairment were not included in the analysis. The study found that just over half, 55%, had been prescribed a type of medication known as a T5I drug, including sildenafil, sold as Viagra, tadalafil, Cialis, vardenafil and avanafil. Viagra was the first of these treatments and was originally developed to treat high blood pressure and angina. Experts at UCL said previous animal research has found T5I drugs, phosphodiesterase type 5 inhibitors, have some neuroprotective benefits. During the follow-up period, which has an average of 5.1 years, around 1,119 men were diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease. Statistical analysis of the data revealed people who took the drugs were found to have an 18% reduced risk of developing Alzheimer's compared with those who had erectile dysfunction but did not take the drugs. Discussing the findings, lead author Dr. Ruth Brower, from the UCL School of Pharmacy, said, "Although we're making progress with the new treatments for Alzheimer's disease that work to clear amyloid plaques in the brain for people with early stages of the disease, we desperately need treatments that can prevent or delay the development of Alzheimer's disease. More research is needed to confirm these findings, learn more about the potential benefits and mechanisms of these drugs and look into the optimal dosage." A randomized, controlled trial with both male and female participants is warranted to determine whether these findings would apply to women as well. Join the Daily Record WhatsApp community. Get the latest news sent straight to your messages by joining our WhatsApp community today. You'll receive daily updates on breaking news as well as the top headlines across Scotland. No one will be able to see who is signed up and no one can send messages except the Daily Record team. All you have to do is click here if you're on mobile, select Join Community and you're in. If you're on a desktop, simply scan the QR code above with your phone and click Join Community. We also treat our community members to special offers, promotions, and adverts from us and our partners. If you don't like our community, you can check out anytime you like. To leave our community, click on the name at the top of your screen and choose Exit Group. If you're curious, you can read our privacy notice. Commenting on the study, Dr. Leah Merceline, head of research at Alzheimer's Research UK, said, "Developing drugs for diseases like Alzheimer's is a costly process and can take many years. Being able to repurpose drugs already licensed for other health conditions could help accelerate progress and open up new avenues to prevent or treat dementia-causing diseases." This research looked at medical records of nearly 270,000 men with erectile dysfunction, and found that those prescribed drugs known as PTHIVs, including common brand name Viagra, also appeared to have a lower risk of developing Alzheimer's. While this is an encouraging finding, it doesn't yet confirm whether these drugs are directly responsible for reducing Alzheimer's risk, nor whether they can slow or stop the disease. Further research, including clinical trials, will be needed to confirm whether these drugs can indeed play a role in preventing or treating Alzheimer's. Such studies should also uncover whether these drugs might have effects in other groups, such as women, and men without a diagnosis of erectile function. We also need to understand how this evidence might apply to more diverse populations. Tara Spires-Jones, president of the British Neuroscience Association and professor at the UK Dementia Research Institute at the University of Edinburgh, said, "This study does not conclusively prove that erectile dysfunction drugs reduce Alzheimer's risk but provides good evidence that this type of drug is worth further study in future." The study comes as a separate paper, published in the journal Scientific Reports, found that psychedelic experiences are linked with improved sexual function, which can be seen months after the psychedelic experience, brought on by taking magic mushrooms, LSD and other drugs, it found. Researchers from the Centre for Psychedelic Research at Imperial College London surveyed 261 people, mostly from the US, before and after a psychedelic experience. People said they had improvements across a range of areas of sexual function, including better communication with their partners, feeling more satisfied with their partner and their own appearance, and a greater sexual pleasure during sex, for up to 6 months after their psychedelic experience, the authors said. Tommaso Barba, first author of the study, said, "We believe this is the first scientific study to explore the effects of psychedelics on sexual functioning. Our findings suggest potential implications for conditions that negatively affect sexual health, including clinical depression and anxiety. This is particularly significant given that sexual dysfunction, often induced by antidepressants, frequently results in people stopping these medications and subsequently relapsing." Don't miss the latest news from around Scotland and beyond. Sign up to our daily newsletter.